Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It is the 26th of October, 2021. I hope you're healthy and COVID free today. I hope the household that you live in, your household, your family, is healthy and COVID free, and that the needs of your household, as far as food and shelter, clothing, as well as health, are being met. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, trying to save lives. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep our places clean. Blessings also upon those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on those trying to deliver, boys and girls, men and women, children, babies, toddlers, teenagers, and adults, from sex human trafficking, sex slavery, prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, pedophilia, and child molestation. Curses upon those that practice these things and destroy human life. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. 600,000 men, women, and children, with the numbers growing, in the United States alone with no roof over their head, and millions around the world in worse conditions. Blessings upon them. And blessings upon those who, at least in small ways, are trying to help, for theirs is the kingdom. So tonight, there will be a basketball game. The New York Knicks are scheduled to play the Philadelphia 76ers in Madison Square Garden. And our coach, Tom Thibodeau, and his coaching staff have a dilemma. Now, they meet before every game. I think they meet daily, but I know they meet before every game. So they're going to meet this morning, the coaching staff, and they're going to discuss lineups. They're going to discuss strategy. They would have already looked at film. So they're getting prepared. One thing about Tom Thibodeau's teams is they're always prepared. You can never catch Tom Thibodeau unprepared. Now, his team may come out without the fire and energy as they did Sunday, but he's prepared. Okay? He knows what he needs to do. Now, he has a dilemma. He has a serious dilemma. You see, the last game or so of the preseason, definitely the last game, and the first two games of this season, the Knicks were without Nerlens Noel. And for the first two games of the regular season, we were without Taj Gibson. And this forced Thibodeau to go with a small ball lineup. That lineup proved extremely effective. And then Taj came back Sunday, and inserting him into the lineup cut Obi Toppin's minutes and changed the dynamic of the small ball that had been so effective. Now, this is one of the subplots for Sunday. I don't think they used the Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, R.J. Barrett, and either Evan Fournier or Quentin Grimes small ball lineup that had been so effective over the first two games. They did not go to that Sunday, and I think that's a problem. We have a dilemma here because Tom Thibodeau is a guy that looks at analytics, and he has staff that studies analytics. Now, I'm not an analytics expert, although I do get paid professionally as an analyst, but I'm not a basketball expert, and the Knicks do not pay me as an analyst, so I'm not there. But I did look at, basketballreference.com. I like to look at different sites for different things. I told you that before. And I look in that lineup. Now, it's still early, okay? I will say that at first. It's still early, and so, we got a long season ahead of us. But so far, the starting lineup, which is R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and Kemba Walker. That's your starting lineup. They have played 55 minutes together this season so far in 3 games. They are negative 17. They're negative 17. Okay? Now you take that same group and you switch out Kemba Walker for Derrick Rose. They've only played 9.5 minutes together. Same group. So you're talking about R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and now you put Derrick Rose in for Kemba Walker. That lineup is plus 34. Now, it's obvious. I think it's obvious to all of us. Kemba's not really himself. He has not been the Kemba Walker from the Charlotte Hornets. Put it that way. He has not been the Kemba Walker from the Charlotte Hornets in the first 3 games. Now, there's various reasons could be for that. I don't think any of them have to do with injury. I think he's deferring. He's not being aggressive as he had been. And there's other reasons. But at this point, negative 17 versus positive 34, is what it is, right? So that's one dilemma. But then we talking about the small ball lineup. So you look at the small ball lineup of D. Rose, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, Emmanuel Quickley, and Burks. That's plus 43. They've played together 8 minutes, about 8.5 minutes, and they're plus 43. Look at the other one, Obi Toppin. Now this is the dynamic one here, right here. Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier, and RJ Barrett, plus 74. Plus 74. That lineup. I mean, that's the one that's been killing. That one right there. Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, RJ Barrett, and Evan Fournier. That's the one that's been killing. Now they played between those 2 lineups, and you switch Barrett and Burks. One of them is plus 31, one of them is plus 74. Okay? So now, the dilemma. You have Nerlens Noel coming back. Okay? Taj Gibson is already back. And one of the things that happened Sunday is Obi's minutes got cut. There's a decision to make here. Now, it means somebody's going to lose some minutes. Okay? Somebody's going to lose some minutes. So, you have Mitchell Robinson. Now, Mitchell Robinson, he's been playing 30 minutes a game. Okay? And, we need him on the court. It's my contention that if you're not playing Mitchell Robinson, the next lineup you want to put in there is the small ball line. I mean, that's my contention. Look, Mitchell Robinson played almost 10 minutes with Derrick Rose, Julius Randle, Alec Burks, and RJ Barrett. That's plus 22. It seems to me that the catalyst here is Rose. It seems to me. And then you connect a Rose with Toppin, because Rose looks for Obi. And you put Rose, Toppin, and Julius together with RJ, and you can swap in Burks, you can put in Grimes, you can put in Fournier. That crew rolls. No matter who, that crew rolls, man. That's the one that's really killing right now, for the Knicks. That's the one that's really killing. You got Toppin, Rose, Quickley, Knox, and Grimes. They only played 2 minutes together, but they plus 30. So, I'm saying is that the dilemma is, if you're going to play a Nerlens Noel and you're going to play Taj Gibson any decent minutes, you're going to hurt the small ball lineup. See, on Sunday, he didn't play the small ball lineup, but what he did is he put Taj Gibson in that lineup with Obi and Julius, or with Obi and the other crew from that lineup and take out Julius. In either case, that's been a disaster. That's been a disaster. You had Obi, Gibson, Quickley, Rose, and Burks, negative 56. Negative 56. They played 8 minutes together, negative 56. Okay? And I'm not saying Taj is a bad player. Taj is a really obviously solid pro vet, somebody you need going to playoff. But he cannot play that small ball role with Obi. That's the problem. You put Julius and Obi together. That's the killer. And then you put D Rose with that, and you got some. That's what's been, again. That kind of lineup is plus 74, plus 31. You put D Rose in there. You could put Barrett or Burks. You got Fournier, Randle, Rose, and Toppin. And with Barrett, that's plus 74. With Burks, is plus 31. Okay, so. And then you have Burks, Quickley, Robinson, Rose, and Toppin plus 44. Okay. So, and that's kind of a small ball lineup too, because you got Mitchell Robinson, he's the big man, but you got Quickley, Rose, and Burks, which is basically 3-guard lineup. with Toppin. Okay, I don't know what Tom Thibodeau's going to do. But the starting crew with Kemba, that's hurting right now. That's hurting. Now, again, we early. So, like I said, we're going to start slow. I knew that. But they're going minus 17 from the starting five. I dare say, I haven't looked at it, but the Alfred Payton starting five wasn't minus 17, And I'm not saying Kemba's worse than Alfred. I'm saying either he going to be Kemba or he got to come off the bench. He got to be Kemba. He's got to be more aggressive. 10 points a game really can't cut it. I'm saying that. He's got to be more aggressive. I want to see what happens when Kemba gets 20. His career average, 19. I'm expecting that. But we haven't gotten it so far. So and what's been saving us is that small ball lineup. Okay? So I don't know what we're going to do against Philly tonight. But I was watching Toronto against Chicago last night. Chicago ended up winning a very close game. Toronto's without Pascal Siakam, but they were down 20 and they came back strong against Chicago playing small ball. They had Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, Maya Haluk, I can't even say his name. Dude they got from Detroit, I can't even say his name. And sometimes they put Ken Burch in there, which is the big man. But then they had, who else they had in there? They had Scotty Barnes. Oh, hold on, I'll tell you. But I'm just saying, small ball brought them from 20 down against Chicago. They were scrambling just like the Knicks small ball. They were scrambling around. It brought them from 20 down to within 2. With like a minute to go. They had plenty of, they definitely had opportunity to close that gap. They had opportunity to do it. Yeah, Precious Achiuwa. They were playing Precious Achiuwa at the 5, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent. That was their crew. And, that's a small ball crew basically. And they were running, man. And so Mitchell Robinson's going to do Mitchell Robinson and we're going to be all right. With him and Embiid tonight. But I'm saying, I just think that small ball crew will run Philly out the gym. That's what I'm saying. You put Obi, Julius, D Rose, and it depends. You could put Barrett in there, you could put Burks in there, you could put Fournier in there. We'll run them out the gym. I'm telling you, because that crew is tough. And I saw last night, we played Chicago like that. Now, I'm not saying they're going to start that crew, although, but that's not going to happen. But you should have that as your second unit. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So we'll see. This is the dilemma because I'm looking at the stats. I know Tom Thibodeau ain't blind. He gonna see what I see. I know that he's gonna bear along with this starting five, even if it is plus minus 17, because like I said, we early, right? So he gonna let that roll for 10, 15 games and see what happens. And I'm cool with that. But I'm saying in the meantime, you want to win, right? And Tom wants to win. I don't know. I'm thinking you're going to have to not give Nerlens and Taj as many minutes and run that small ball with Obi. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could run the small ball with Noel. I don't know. You should have Noel at the 5 and Obi at the 4. Maybe. But what makes that small ball team so dynamic is Julius at the small ball 5. He's going to terrorize whoever the other team got at the 5 in their second unit. And then, of course, you got D Rose who keeps his head up and he's looking for a run in Obi Toppin. You got some things going and they play that scrambling, defense. So this is the dilemma. I'm not sure what we're going to see. I'm concerned that if we see too much of big man, the traditional big man lineup that's not like with Nerlens and with Taj, and if we're not dropping threes, they may be a problem. But we're going to have to see what happens because, like I said, I know Tom ain't blind. I know I ain't. And I'm looking at plus 43s, plus 34s, plus 31s, plus 74s with small ball lineups and Mitchell Robinson and Derrick Rose playing together. Anyway, we got to see what happens. Tom ain't gonna sit Kemba, so I know that's not gonna happen. Kemba's gonna start. But I'm just saying, in order to make up for that difference, you got to play that small ball lineup. You want to make up for that difference. You want to make sure you still in the game. You got to play that small ball lineup. Or Kemba's just got to be more aggressive. So we're going to see tonight. If Kemba's not aggressive, he's really wasting time in the starting lineup, to me. We didn't get him here to score 10 points a game. I'm just saying. We did not bring him here to score 10 points a game. We're not paying him a lot of money. Some of y'all got it. Oklahoma City paid him. We paying him 2 years, $18 million that he's missing from Oklahoma City from the buyout. That's all we did is make up the difference, but that's beside the point. We didn't bring him here to score 10 points a game. We brought him here to be Kemba Walker. Whether that's for a season or he got to be shelved or, limited time or whatever. We don't need 10-point a game Kemba Walker. We need cardiac keg 19-point a game Kemba Walker in the starting line. Okay. Julius was going to get he going to eat. He going to get his points. He going to get his baskets. But I'm looking tonight for an aggressive Kemba Walker to start off, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just trying to give you all angles of this thing. I don't believe we've seen the best of Kemba Walker yet. He's getting acclimated, but could very well be he just lost a half a step or a full step and he just don't have that no more. It could be. Now, I hope I'm wrong. But I want to see tonight. Because to me, those are the two key things. This is the dilemma. You got to get Kemba's got to come out aggressive. And I want to see that small ball lineup. And that means that Nerlens and Taj got to get less minutes because I don't want Obi to get less minutes. See, you can't give minutes to everybody. And Tom Thibodeau's a short rotation dude. So I got to get Obi 20 minutes. I got to get him on the court with Jay Randall, D Rose, RJ Barrett, and Fournier or Burks or both. Rotate that through for, minutes or so. Because both of those lineups are effective. But we got to see what happens. Tonight's going to be, I'm not concerned with the Knicks taking Philly lightly. They're going to come out with energy. They're going to come out aggressive on the defensive end. I can guarantee you that tonight. That's going to come. But other than that, these other things we're talking about, the small ball lineup and Kemba's aggressiveness, we got to see what happens. Okay? Because like I said, we did not bring Kemba Walker here to score 10 points a game. No. Mm-mm. He's got to be in that 19-point range. In my estimation before the season, I was chalking him up for 18 to 20 points a game. And so here, 10, that's not going to cut it. We need more. If he needs to rest his knees and start D Rose and then have him come off the bench, we need to do that. But we can't, negative 17 ain't going to cut it for long, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. So we'll see tonight. I'm hyped for the game. As all you are too. So we're going to see what happens in Philly tonight. Like I said, I expect them to come out aggressively on the defensive end. I expect the ball movement. I expect body movement. I'm expecting that tonight to be sharp, and everybody. But the key thing here is Kemba going to be aggressive tonight? If he is, we're in good shape. We're going to see. All right. Y'all have a good Tuesday. We'll talk after the game. I'm going to be with my man Jay Ellis and Ryan G in the building on Nick of Time TV. We're going to be analyzing it a little bit after the game, chopping it up. In the meantime, please enjoy your day. Be safe out there. Shalom.